Hey guys, welcome back to another math lesson with Heikyo Math and Science. This video is about multiplying and dividing expressions, and the learning intention for this lesson is to understand how to multiply and divide expressions. The success criteria is to know the different ways multiplication and division can be written, to be able to simplify expressions with multiplication, and finally to be able to simplify expressions with division. Let's just pause the video here and take a couple of minutes to write these down. Alright, so just a quick recap. These are three main points that we should all know by now. A times B is written as AB. A divided by B can be written as A over B, and A times A can be written as A squared. Please make sure you do know these three key points there. Alright, so there's a couple of more rules that we need to know for multiplying and dividing expressions. These may be new to you, so just write these down as we go. Numbers should be written first in a term, and pronumerals are generally written in alphabetical order. As you can see below, example B times 2 times A. This should be written with the number first, so 2 comes first and then it's alphabetical order, A and B, giving us 2AB. Also, when dividing, any common factor in the numerator and denominator can be cancelled. So in this case, I'll just write it out over here again, 4AB over 2BC. Remember, from fractions in last term, if there's this one thing at the top and the bottom, you can cancel them out. They cancel each other out, and there's a 4 and a 2. They can both be divided by the same number. In this case, it is 2. So if you divide 4 by 2, that gives you 2, and if you divide 2 by 2, that gives you 1. So you're left with 2A over 1C, and you don't need to write the 1. So that will just be 2A over C. Alright, so now moving on to some sample questions. Let's start with question A. Write 4 times A times B times C without multiplication sign. So remember, number always comes first and then in alphabetical order. Conveniently, this one's already given it to you like that, so it's just 4A, B, C. Now moving on to the next question, simplify 4A times 2B times 3C, giving your final answer without multiplication sign. So in this case, we just multiply all the numbers together. 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 3 is 24, and then we go A, B, C. And the last one, question C, we have simplify 3W times 4W. So we multiply the numbers together again. So 3 times 4 is 12. And then W times W is W squared. So it'll give you 12W squared. So in multiplication, always just multiply all the numbers together and then the pronumerals, and it will give you the answer. If it was addition, it wouldn't work because you need the same letter there. So in multiplication, always just multiply all the numbers together and then the pronumerals, and it will give you the answer. If it was addition, it wouldn't work because you need the same letter there. Alright, now it's your turn. Pause the video here and have a go at these by yourself, and just unpause them when you're ready to go through it with me. Alright, so this first question, write D times 5 times E times F without multiplication signs. This one hasn't given it up to us in the right order like this one, so it's a little bit more difficult. So remember, number always comes first and then alphabetical order, which is D, E, F. Give yourself a tick if you got that correct. Alright, now moving on to the next question, simplify 3x times 5y times 2z, giving your final answer without multiplication signs. So once again, multiply all the numbers first. 3 times 5 is 15, times 2 is 30, and then you have x, y, z. Give yourself a tick if you got that one correct as well. And last one, simplify 2a times 5a, 5 times 2 is 10, a times a is a squared. Give yourself a tick if you got that one correct as well. Alright, now moving on to division, write 3x plus 1 in brackets divided by 5 without a division sign. So that would simply be 3x plus 1, so that's pretty much the bracket part, over 5. That's telling us we do that first, and then we divide the answer of that by 5. When solving a question like this, you might think we have to do the division first because of BODMAS, but in this case, this is pretty much in the brackets. So we'll do what's in the fraction first and then that. So if we had, for example, a plus b over x plus y, we would do a plus b first and x plus y first, and then do the division. Alright, moving on to question B. Simplify the expression 8ab over 12b. I'll just write that again over here. So remember, we can cancel if the letter or the pronumeral is on the top and the bottom. So we have b on the top and the bottom, so we can cancel that out. And the numbers, you just divide it by the highest common factor. In this case, the highest number that they can both be divided by is 4. 8 divided by 4 gives you 2. 12 divided by 4 gives you 3. So we're left with 2a over 3. Alright, now moving on, once again it's your turn. Just pause the video here and have a go at these ones by yourself and just unpause it when you want to go through them. Alright, so question A, write 3x plus 2 divided by 2x plus 1 without a division sign. So if you remember from before, it's exactly the same as this. What's in the fraction we do first. So it would look like 3x plus 2 over 2x plus 1. Give yourself a tick if you got that one correct. And question B, simplify that expression. I'll just write it over here. 12pqr over 15pr. So in this case, there's a p on the top and the bottom. We can cancel those out. And there's r on the top and the bottom. We can cancel those out. And the 12 and the 5 can both be divided by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 15 divided by 3 is 5. That gives me 4q over 5. Give yourself a tick if you got that one correct as well. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. Hopefully by now you guys know the different ways multiplication and division can be written. So that's just writing 2a instead of 2 times a, or 2 over a instead of 2 divided by a. Hopefully you guys also know how to simplify expressions with multiplication and can also simplify expressions with division. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys all back online.